cell phone video shows Hugo Monto in the red jacket being put into a car by agents in plain clothes.
We're told agents confused the Brazilian American for someone else.
America, a Brazilian American citizen was mistakenly detained by ICE agents outside a federal courthouse. But his response will shock you. Hugo Monto, who became a U.S. citizen in 2020, was handcuffed and put in a car by plainclothes agents who confused him for somebody else. But instead of being angry, he said, "They're just doing their job. I'll still support what they're doing. I voted for Trump." Meanwhile, even illegal immigrants are telling CNN they support Trump's deportation policies because they want a better America for their children.
Monto is a Brazilian American who says he became a U.S. citizen in 2020. He says he was at court for work, and when he came outside, that's when he was placed in handcuffs.
What is up, guys? Tyson De La Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This story perfectly illustrates the difference between people who respect the rule of law and those who think America owes them something. Let me break down why even people directly affected by immigration enforcement are supporting Trump's policies. Let me start with what happened to Hugo Monto. Cell phone footage shows him in a red jacket being put into a car by agents in plain clothes outside a federal courthouse. Monto is a Brazilian American who became a U.S. citizen in 2020 and was at court for work when he was placed in handcuffs.
And we're told agents confused the Brazilian American for someone else.
Now, you might think this guy must be furious at ICE and Donald Trump, right? Well, listen to what he said after being released.
When I came out, they took me, but again, I was not expecting this at all. I'm still shaking, but I'm okay.
Listen to his incredible response here.
I showed them my ID, my passport on my picture, and they confirmed that it was not me. They're doing their job. I still support what they're doing. Unfortunately, they called the wrong person, but I still support whatever they're doing. And I voted for Trump, and there are a lot of bad people in this country, to be honest with you, because they don't deserve to be here.
And that right there, that moment of being shaken but steady, calm in the chaos, that's what separates people who trust the system from those who want to tear it down. But what if the system is broken, like Medicare? Let's talk about that for a second, because I guarantee somebody watching this or their parent is stuck in the middle of that right now. Here's the reality. Medicare is confusing on purpose. You get slammed with junk mail, telemarketing calls, $0 this, bonus benefit that, and you're left wondering, who do I trust? And that's not just inconvenience, it's dangerous. Most people don't even realize they're in the wrong plan until they lose their doctor or get hit with a giant surprise bill. In fact, 70% of seniors never even review their plan, and it's costing them big time. We're talking about thousands of dollars a year, and sometimes worse, skipped medications, missed appointments, and declining health outcomes, all because the system is set up to confuse and exploit. That's why I've partnered with Chapter, the only Medicare service I trust to cut through the noise. These folks are completely independent. They don't steer you towards a plan that pays them the most. Their advisors are salaried, not commission-based, and they compare all the plans nationwide to help you find what's actually going to work for you, not the insurance companies. This isn't some spammy phone call from a boiler room. You talk to a real person, someone who takes their time, walks you through all the options, checks that your doctors are covered, your meds are included, and even checks if you qualify for extra benefits that you didn't even know about. And what if you're on the right plan? They tell you that. No upsells, no pressure, just straight answers. On average, people who work with Chapter save $1,000 a year, and it takes less than an hour. This call is free, the advice is free, and the help is tailored to you. So if you are on Medicare, turning 65 soon, or helping a parent who is, do this now. Call Chapter at 270-467-0614 or click the link in the description. That number again is 270-467-0614. It's easy. It's also pinned in the comments section for easy access. Don't gamble on something this important. Make the call, get peace of mind, get Chapter. But Hugo's story wasn't the only one that caught my eye this week. CNN just interviewed an illegal immigrant who says he supports Trump's deportation policies even if he gets deported. Let that sink in. When asked why he supports Trump, he said, for the economy. When asked if he's afraid of being deported in Trump's mass deportation, he said, I'm not afraid.
This illegal alien told CNN that he supports Donald Trump even if he gets deported.
You support Donald Trump because of the economy.
For the economy, yes.
Are you afraid that you could be deported in this mass deportation?
I'm not afraid.
This man explained why Latino men are going to Trump. Democrats have forgotten the promises that they made when these guys got in office in Washington. The Latinos want a better nation. When asked if he would regret supporting Trump if he gets deported, his answer was remarkable. He said no.
Explain why Latino men are going to Trump.
Democrats forget the promise when these guys are in the office in the Washington. The Latinos want a better nation.
If you get deported, would you regret your support to Donald Trump?
No me arrepentiría.
He's saying that he wouldn't regret supporting Donald Trump.
The interviewer tried to press him.
So you're really not thinking about yourself. You're thinking about your children and the future of your children.
Yes, I want the better for my children.
Do you have a plan in case you get deported?
I respect that decision. I leave the country. I'm not coming back.
Now, for people like this who respect American sovereignty, the Trump administration has created a smart alternative. They've given illegal immigrants the option to self-deport. Over 5,000 illegal immigrants have already used the CB1 app to self-deport. More than 60 migrants self-deported from Houston on Monday as part of Trump's latest immigration program.
The Trump administration has given the option to illegal aliens to self-deport.
More than 60 migrants self-deported from Houston on Monday as part of the Trump administration's latest immigration program. The Department of Homeland Security flew them back to Honduras and Colombia for free and promised them a $1,000 stipend.
Here's the genius of this program. Anyone who self-deports can legally return to the United States in the future through proper channels. It's a dignified way out that respects both American law and human dignity. And leaving on their own accord allows illegal immigrants to avoid situations like workplace raids we're seeing across the country.
It says anyone who self-deports can legally return here to the U.S. in the future.
And of course, leaving on their own accord allows for illegals to avoid situations like this.
Construction workers who we met say that the constant normal sounds of hammers and nail guns have been replaced by an eerie quiet.
This is a ghost town.
For those who don't take the self-deportation option, ICE is conducting massive workplace raids. New video from Homeland Security in Tampa shows agents walking up to houses, people in handcuffs, some being fingerprinted, and officers waving at workers on roofs to come down.
In a brief video posted by HSI Tampa, you can see agents walk up to this house.
New video from Homeland Security in Tampa shows people wearing handcuffs, someone being fingerprinted, and then an officer waving at a worker on the roof so they can come down.
HSI caught migrants in Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras in these raids. 4 were charged with illegal re-entry after previously being deported. This shows the revolving door problem we had under the Biden administration. People getting deported and coming right back.
HSI tells us ICE agents caught the migrants in the villages, all of them from Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. 4 were charged with illegal re-entry after previously being deported.
Florida is also cracking down on employers who hire illegal workers. This immigration attorney explains that in Florida, the first violation for employers is a fine up to $500. The second time it becomes a second-degree misdemeanor with up to $500 in fines and up to 60 days in jail.
Immigration attorney in Orlando, Alan Rivas, says in the state of Florida, the first violation for employers is a fine of up to $500.
The second time, it does become a second-degree misdemeanor, and that can carry up to $500 fine and up to 60 days in jail.
What these stories show is that people who respect the rule of law and understand what Trump is trying to accomplish, Hugo Monto, despite being mistakenly detained, recognizes that ICE agents are just doing their job to remove bad people who don't deserve to be here. The illegal immigrant who supports Trump, even knowing he might be deported, understands that strong immigration enforcement creates a better America for future generations, including his own children. It's not about hatred or racism. It's about the rule of law and creating orderly immigration systems that work for everybody. Legal immigrants who follow the rules support enforcement because it validates their sacrifice and efforts to do things the right way. Even people who are here illegally but respect American sovereignty understand that a country without borders isn't really a country at all. They want their children to grow up in a nation that enforces its laws and maintains order. America, these stories perfectly illustrate the difference between people who respect our country and those who think they're entitled to break our laws laws without consequences. Hugo could have been angry about his mistaken detention, but instead he recognizes that ICE agents are doing necessary work to protect America. The illegal immigrant who told CNN he supports Trump even if he gets deported understands something that many Democrats don't, that strong immigration enforcement creates a better, safer, more prosperous America for everyone, including immigrants who are here legally. Trump's approach gives people choices: self-deport voluntarily with dignity and the possibility of returning legally, or face enforcement action and potentially permanent banishment. Most rational people are choosing the smart option. People respect clear rules and fair enforcement, even when it affects them personally. I'll keep you updated on stories like this as they develop, and remember, when you enforce immigration law fairly and consistently, even people being affected often support these policies because they understand it makes America better for everyone. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.